Disturbing new video has been released by US lawmakers from inside Jeffery Epstein's private island, offering the most detailed look yet at the convicted sex offender's life in the Virgin Islands. As our US correspondent Catherine Firkin reports, the footage comes amid some ongoing pressure for the Trump administration to release the full Epstein files.
From the outside, this was a sanctuary in paradise, but newly released footage of Jeffery Epstein's Virgin Islands home paints a far darker story. In one room, a yellow dentist's chair is surrounded by masks of men's faces hanging on the walls. In another, 4 armchairs face each other in front of a blackboard with the words power, deception and political written across it. Other more sensitive or incriminating words have been blacked out. Multiple survivors have alleged they were trafficked and abused on the island. In her memoir released posthumously, Virginia Jeffery wrote of being subjected to a violent rape there at the hands of an unnamed former Prime Minister. In court records, that man was identified as former Israeli leader Ehud Barak. He has repeatedly denied the allegations.
This is not some sordid sex story. This is a story of being trafficked.
Democrats released the footage today in a bid to keep the Epstein scandal in the headlines.
No hiding, no game playing, no covering up.
The new footage comes amid ongoing pressure on the Trump administration to release the broad set of Epstein files kept by the Justice Department, with just over 2 weeks until the deadline imposed by the new Epstein bill.
And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax.
And while the president backflipped on releasing the files, if he would do the same for Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell is still up in the air. She's making a fresh bid for freedom, something that could trigger a retrial. In the United States, Catherine Firkin, 10 News.
One of the doctors who sold ketamine to Matthew Perry in the lead up to his death has been sentenced to 2.5 years in jail. Salvador Plasencia pleaded guilty earlier in the week to selling the Friends superstar the drug. Perry had been prescribed the anaesthetic by another doctor as a treatment for depression. But when the actor asked for more, he was refused and went to others, including Plasencia, to buy it. In 2023, the 54-year-old actor was found dead in his spa pool after overdosing. The British royal family has rolled out the red carpet and set the table with some of its finest silverware to welcome a former enemy to a lavish state banquet. Welcomed as very much the firm friend he is, Germany's President Frank-Walter Steinmeier was given a tour of Buckingham Palace, which included a handwritten diary by Prince Albert, a German prince and husband of Queen Victoria, written on one of their many tours of Germany. On the guest list for the state banquet, the usual lords and ladies, plus supermodel Claudia Schiffer and acclaimed composer Hans Zimmer.